What's up, YouTube? Mr. Lamassi here, and today we're going to be continuing with the Hell Classic Barbarian. This has actually been an insanely fun playthrough. It's our first guided playthrough on Classic. And yeah, Whirly Boy is fun. So, of course, we talked about it in the past ones, but you know, Classic does have some limitations, right? For instance, we'll go over gear and skills and all that. Tiny stash is one of the limitations. No second weapon slot, no charms, no jewels, no runes, which any of the crafting recipes that require runes, etc., etc., etc. The list goes on and on. So, what does this mean? This means your weapons and such are generally just going to be like rares, which is cool. It's really a different feel. It's kind of nice not having, you know, just like the same rune words, having honor, having whatever in here, but instead really like aiming for a sweet war club or something, you know. So this is our weapon. Pretty decent war club, 72 ED. Could be a little higher, but you know, we will take it. Has some lifesteal as well, which has been nice. We have the dual Saigons. We farmed this up. So we found the helm and we went and farmed the boots, and so we're able to get the dual Saigons pieces, and the helm gives attack rating per level. Remember, so does Hisaris's 2-piece boot and belt. Is a nice combo for that as well to get your attack rating per level there as well. So that's another nice one. I would also be happy to have like Saigon's belt or Saigon's gloves. Gloves wouldn't be as important though, because we don't care about IAS on the Classic Barb. But we get attack rating per level and 10 lifesteal per hit, and 50 bonus attack rating on the boots, which is nice. We found a 1 barb skill Ami, so that's been nice. A little bit of mana, some fire res, all that's good. We have an okay armor. This is probably our weakest piece of gear, or one of our weakest pieces of gear, I should say. It does have 33 life and some fire res on it, which is nice, and a little hit recovery, but this could definitely be improved. So I will be looking for a better armor as we go along. I guess our gloves are technically our weakest piece of gear, but we needed mana steel, and so we just gambled some gloves until we found mana steel, because mana steel for Classic Barb is very important for the Whirlwind to sustain itself. And we didn't find any like rings with it or anything, so we had to use our glove slot. I also have just like some lightning res magic find gloves over here, and we did have a dust deep, which was very nice early on. We have a pretty sweet ring, 95 attack rating with good res, little strength, and then nice damage reduction. So I like that a lot. Very nice belt as well. Good hit recovery, 14 to strength right there, and then 51 resistances as well. So super happy with this belt. Second ring's a little weaker, 65 attack rating, 28 light res, so it does help with the resistance, half freeze duration, though that's not a big deal. Because again, Classic Whirlwind doesn't care as much about it. And then of course the Saigon's boots. So that is our gear. Our stats and skills are enough strength to use our weapon, a little bit in dexterity so that we can have a little bit more attack rating, and then the rest into vitality. We've maxed out Whirlwind now. We've maxed out Mace Mastery, 1 point in all the other kind of simple ones. And when you do that, you kind of get all the damage you can get with Whirlwind. So now we are just maxing out battle orders. Additionally, a point in Battle Cry would not be terrible, as it does lower enemy defense and damage. So 1 point there is also a consideration that you could want. I could also put a couple more points into Natural Resist, though our resistances are doing pretty well. But maybe 1 or 2 more points there would not be a bad idea. So we're currently on players 3, it looks like. I am okay with trying that out, seeing how it works, and then we can adjust up or down as necessary. But remember, one of the really nice things...
Hey Llama, hope you are having a great day.
Try players 8. One of the really nice things, thank you Mozilla, is that we do hit every single frame. And what do you do when you encounter a physical immune? You just avoid it. Physical immunes are not meant for us to fight, plain and simple. Which is also why I talk about like not super caring about Radamant. I will go ahead and do the Den because I like the respec. There's no tokens in normal or in classic as well, so you only get your 3 respecs from this. But I really like having, we'll go to players 1 for done. I really like getting the respecs at least because, hey, you know what? What happens if I find like the most epic rare axe, but I'm in Mace Mastery here? Well, that would allow me to respec over for that super, super amazing axe, you know? So you can kind of play it out and feel that out. What's your strats on Bale Hell? Well, this is classic, so there's no Bale. Bone Snap is very good. Yeah, Bone Snap is a really sweet item to find in classic as well, but that would also still be in the mace category, so I'd still be okay with what I have. And yes, again, every single frame I hit. And the power of hitting every single frame.
Moo. Love you, llama.
So nice. Steel Driver also really nice, yes. Thank you, Flaming. Yeah, there's definitely like better things that we can find. Now, we got a little lucky here. You can sometimes run into a physical immune corpse fire there, and then you either have to pray that like an Act 1 mercenary can slowly chip them down, or maybe you have a point in Berserk for the magic damage, and then you could do that. So a single point Berserk could be nice here, or you just reset it. 25 times a second, yeah. It's a lot. Let's just say it's a lot. And we'll just keep going with our battle orders. I don't mind just getting big and chonky. Remember, ethereal items also do not exist. So, you won't find anything there. And here's, for instance, an example of when I'm cold, it doesn't actually matter a ton, because I'm still able to hit, right? Like, I still hit every single frame, so whatever. These guys do have high physical defense, though. And yeah, you can see that stone skin on the boss means the boss is actually completely immune to physical. So you can kind of leave those alone and focus more on, you know, mobs that don't have as high physical defenses. Yeah. So just good to kind of show, though. And it's not like you can't either. I think that's an important thing to note. It's not like, oh, you know, you're not allowed to fight those guys. Like, do what you want. It just sometimes may take a little bit longer, right? Lance is amazing, but it's only 25 durability, and that really is pretty punishing. That's kind of the difficulty with the Lance in PVM. Also, there's Stony Field waypoint right there. And again, we have Rakinishu. And Rakinishu is a pretty easy farm. So that's also one you can consider, is just like, hey, maybe we reset this, right? Like, let's go ahead and kill here.
Good day.
Good day.
And I do need to repair.
Greetings.
Beautiful. What's the max possible attack frames for Whirlwind and LOD? I believe every 4th frame.
Impossible.
It's the fastest that you'll get. Again, another physical immune. But we can go ahead and fight the moon clans. And something that is nice is we do have 16% life leech. So okay, the moon clans are a little annoying.
Good day.
So you can spend your time, you know, farming here if you want. Ooh, an ancient armor. Because you can also pick up some nice rares here.
Good day.
Let's see it. I mean, it's got nicer defense. Cold res instead of fire res, which I don't really need. Poison res is okay. But, you know, not enough. Not enough to be meaningful, sadly. It's nice there's a little buster behind it here as well. Let's max sockets in Classic. You can punch a socket with an SOJ and 3 perfect skulls. So, 1. It was a very different time. Otherwise, chest armors don't get sockets. Even like gray ones, white ones, or whatever, they aren't gray. Like you do not find, they don't exist. Very different time. Yeah, and you have to also think there aren't jewels, there aren't runes. So what do you put in sockets? You put gems. So you're just putting like a ruby, perfect ruby. No, yellows do not roll sockets either.
I can't.
A lot of things just didn't exist back then.
I can't.
A very different time. A much simpler time. And honestly, I think there's a lot to be appreciated from it, you know. Obviously, there are some annoyances and things, right? Like the storage space being as tiny as it is, that's kind of annoying.
Good day.
You know. I do think sometimes some of the options were a little bit limited, but there's something so cool about, you know, my items here compared to my items on a, you know, like character in LOD. Something about all the rares, man. Stone Skin Curse, Mana Burn. Pretty annoying. Yeah, exactly. The rare items actually kind of end up being more unique. That's a pretty rough. You can see the leech being pretty helpful here. Remember, you cannot use potions while you are in the middle of a whirlwind, so leech ends up really having a lot of value.
Impossible.
We'll just keep going vitality and battle orders. Get that life up. Another immune to physical, but we can kill his minions at least for some experience. Some random stuff. Fanaticism, a bit scary. Let's go ahead and take him out. LED weapons are garbage. Yeah, this is also like monsters have less life and stuff in Classic, and it allows the rares to really shine a bit more. Whereas in LOD, they just don't get to shine much. So I'm kind of over leveling here, right? Like I could 100% just go forward. But again, like we've talked about, your chance to hit being so determined
Good to see you.
it's just like by your level, that being half the calculation, is just such an important part. So if you really do end up falling too far behind,
Impossible.
it can just not feel good, right? You're just not hitting enough, and then you can just start really getting blasted. So just kind of running through, killing some stuff can be really nice. Man, this old school Whirlwind, I forgot how good it felt. But it feels so good. I can't even, like, it feels so good, man. It felt better in 109. No, this is actually the best version of Whirlwind to ever exist in the game. This hits more often than any version. Now maybe you're saying, well, before synergies existed and the mobs got their buffs and all that shit. Sure. How do you kill immune to physical? Well, normally you just kind of go past it, ignore it. But if you want, you can put a single point into Berserk, and that'll give you a magic damage attack, and you can use that to kill. So I always say in the guided playthroughs, a lot of times, like, learning to move forward is, you know, an important skill and stuff. But for many that they just have to kill every single mob,
Impossible. This
you can kill every single mob if you really want. Like, that's fine. You just have to make some sacrifices, or, you know, take a little extra time, right? Or yeah, use a weapon that also has some elemental damage. Like
what
my
really
weapon
felt
has
good was
fire
old
damage,
school
but not a lot.
Whirlwind plus old school Ice Blink.
Yeah, Ice Blink was a weapon with a perfect emerald. Yeah, get a little poison.
Impossible.
I love the curse here. And again, Yetis are going to be pretty high physical, so it's going to be a little bit of a rough one, but some experience to be had in here. Gotta repair too often.
Good day.
Moo.
Gross! Thank you so much for 16 months. Might just end up killing these rogues and moving on. So, yeah, those Yetis are too annoying.
I can't.
Oof. Immune to physical, extra strong, might aura.
Good day.
And no leech to be had, basically, because of all that.
This monastery reeks
Yeah, that hurts.
with evil and corruption.
And like I say, you can't pop a rejuve in the middle of that whirlwind, so you, good luck. Now, there are some tips for Mr. Lama. What if I want to do hardcore? Well, first off, if you see a group like that, you just don't whirlwind into it. Like, me whirlwinding into that is because I know I'm playing softcore, and, you know, why not? Let's give it a try and see how powerful we are. But the first thing I noticed was there was a bunch of skellies, so I wasn't going to get any lifesteal off of them. Of course, the Might Aura was also noticed. Maybe that's the first thing I noticed. And just like there being a big pack. Now, there's kind of a couple ways to deal with it. One would be just avoid it completely. Save, quit, go to a different spot, whatever. Two is really shortening your whirlwinds, because that's something to also consider. Is short whirlwinds allow you to pop rejuves in between and things of that nature. So a lot of times you'll see whirlwinds like this, and this allows you to be a little more particular with your whirlwinding and not let you get caught on just this long journey where you can't do anything and you're kind of, you know, just screwed, right? Like, why do you play without mercenary? Classic mercenaries they're not a thing really. They exist in technicality. That is all. So yeah, something that really can, you know, help and be important is tiny whirlwind. Tiny whirlwind. I'm gonna go ahead and actually start collecting a little bit of money. Just because. Money is really good for gambling, and then I can gamble, you know, some new gloves or something. Yeah, gold kind of gets more valuable with that, right? Use Battlecry to help out with the AR. Yeah, Battlecry is very smart. Again, if I was playing hardcore as well, I would be using Battlecry more often. Or I would be using Battlecry. I'd actually have gotten it by now, because lowering defense and damage helps you hit more, helps, you know, all the stuff. Again, this is a kind of a tough spot that I have to be very careful in, because I'm not going to leech anything off these skellies. And there was Conviction Aura with them. Double boss group. Have I ever played a character with only gambling? Yes. There you go. We'll go into battle cry. So that'll lower their damage and increase my chance to hit on them. Also, Imbue Quest is very nice here.
Mr. Jarcy.
Will they ever finish Act 4? Doubt.
No one should ever be caged.
Way more hits connect. I mean, it's minus 50% defense, 54% defense, minus 27% damage. So, it's a pretty big difference. How much stone?
Moo.
Thank you, Nameen. Mwah. The 420. And thank you, Zarek.
Did they ever say what we're going to get? Or was there any update to the 25th anniversary message?
No. Thank you both. There was no updates. They said nothing of what we're going to get. Again, it leads me to believe there wasn't actually anything. And they were just trying to put a generic hype message. Ghosts are physical immune. Goats are high defense. I'm just going to keep moving here. I don't see a reason to stop and fight these guys. I'm also still on players 8, so I'm kind of, you know, rocking in for high experience, but that is going to make everything hit harder. So, you know, that is one thing to remember. That, like, if I go down to players 1, I'll be crushing stuff.
For 4 years.
We're kind of increasing the difficulty now, so then later on, we can be in a really good spot. Thanks to you and Heck. We've seen a million people guess what's going to happen. Everybody's got ideas and hopes of things for D2R. Classic does have synergies, yes. You have to remember that, like, Classic is its own in the middle sort of thing. And by that I mean it's not the old patches.
Good day.
But it is, you know, go ahead and do that. It's like there are changes from the old patches that are things, and 100% lifesteal. These are not those exactly. Stash is stupidly small. Honestly, I love so many things about Classic. I wish they would still just give us a bigger stash. I really, yeah, we have this boss group of ghosts. I don't really want to fight in that. I'm really like, guys, I don't think many people, when they think back to the good old days, are like, and that tiny stash that could only hold 3 items. That was the good old days. And the thing is, I actually like not always having unlimited space, especially for a playthrough. I think for a playthrough, not having unlimited space is good because it forces you to make some decisions on items and all of that. But there's a point. There's like not having a lot of space, and then there's like you just don't have any space. You know? And then the problem is eventually once your character gets a little further on, muling is not fun. Trying to figure out where the heck on which mule you have all of your stuff. Like, oh my god, that's so tedious. So there's definitely some proper balance. And I don't think the current stash is it. I understand the idea of classic, again, is to maintain that classic feel. But I'm like, can't we maintain that and also give a little more stash space? That's all I want. Another physical immune. A lot of physical immunes. Literally every single monster is rolling stone skin right now. Alright. Warcry is always fun, just for a little stun. But obviously we also don't have a ton of plus skills, so not nearly as good. We will keep on the battle orders. Oh yeah, you know what? I will put a couple points into natural resist as well.
Greetings.
Really hope they add inventory space. Yeah, I completely agree. That's actually like every few weeks I send the devs for the past X years. I send the devs ideas of what I'd like in D2R. And, for the past couple years, they just leave me on read. But, one of the biggest ones that I always say is, please give us inventory space. Hey man, maybe one day they'll listen. I'm like, there is nothing fun about having an inventory full of charms and not being able to pick up any items. They're not ghosting me, they're just, they're busy or something. Okay. They've got a lot going on. Hey, I wore Moo Girl down, so anything's possible. Exactly, you get it. I talked too much smack about D4 and got shadow banned. That is also somewhat possible. They did not love my thoughts on Diablo 4.
I can't. Impossible. I can't.
Might have shot myself in the foot. And I try to not even hate on it really that much, but I just say it ain't for me. Alright, let's go for players 3 in Dariel. Let's see what we can do here. Go ahead and clean it up as well.
Impossible.
Enigma ruined PvP. Enigma actually kind of saved PvP a little bit. Sorceresses were just so ridiculous. Boazons were just so ridiculous. Like, not having a way to close the gap was such a brutal thing. So, I do feel like Enigma actually was pretty helpful in that regard, but... Now remember, on kill is when your magic find applies. That's something you can always do. Go back to town. And like swap your gloves over. Now I've got 20% more magic find. Small things.
I can't carry anymore.
It's the small things in life. But just like that, Act 1 is done. Give yourselves the clap. Well done, everybody. Well done. Classic Barb. Moving and grooving. 40 to life with nice defense on it. Oh, losing the fire res I don't love because I don't have great fire res right now. But you know, it is kind of nice. Oops.
I am overburdened.
It's nice, but sadly not quite nice enough. .4% MF gloves. Alright, let's keep going. We can also pick up a mercenary. Ugh. Unfortunate. Oh, that's right. In Classic, you can't get a Might Mercenary in Hell. You can only get a Might Mercenary in Nightmare, but you can't bring mercenaries across acts. So all I can do is get a Blessed Aim Mercenary. That's unfortunate. I forgot that's how it used to be. Yeah, or summons, right? So mercenaries don't really matter that much. Again, I will take the little battle aim boost, or battle, blessed aim. But you can see, here's how much damage a mercenary does. I don't know how mercenaries in Classic made it out of testing. I'm not gonna lie. You cannot rehire a mercenary either. If your mercenary dies, you just have to go get a new mercenary. Like, that mercenary is dead. He's dead in the ground. Classic mercenaries. The most worthless thing. Like, seriously, somebody signed off on them. Many people signed off on them. Yeah, I mean, there's no chance for him. He just is. Ow. Bro, these dudes hurt. Cold enchant, light enchant, extra strong. Sheesh. Oh my god, there's also a physical immune right there. I didn't realize there was a second boss. Nasty. I mean, the thing is, I don't know if they'll even, like, remember, you know, mercenaries and, like, what their thought behind it is. That's kind of some of the hard parts when you go to interview them and talk with them. Like, that was 25, 26, 27 years ago that they were, like, designing these things, so... Yeah, whirlwinding lightning enchanted with physical res. Not the brightest idea I've ever had.
Moo.
Chinese for fullness emoji, Chinese for existence emoji, Chinese for management emoji, Chinese for unity emoji, Chinese for prohibition emoji, Japanese congratulations button emoji, but emoji? That sounds bad. Oh,
Yeah.
hello Mr. Llama.
Hello.
I hear your management skills got Warren to finish Llama RPG before the Barbarian software game will be finished because he won't run out of mana. Now that is speed. 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 Slash, Chinese for fullness emoji, Chinese for management emoji. Don't forget to reward Warren with some extra pizza rolls.
True. Always gotta reward him with extra pizza rolls. Now, something to also note with Whirlwind is you're hitting every frame, but you're just hitting one of the mobs next to you. So if there's a bunch of mobs you're whirlwinding through, your hits are going to get more spread out. It's going to take a little longer to kill each of the things. As opposed to if you're just whirlwinding like on one or two dudes. Then it can be a lot better. So, and you'll obviously hit way more often with it, right? Hey, longbow.
Good day.
Greetings.
Good old Ravenclaw fires explosive arrows, baby. Time for bow barb.
I can't.
What's up with the beetles not zapping much? They're zapping tons. Dude, YouTube chat, what is going on over there? Y'all need to, like, relax. Being too weird.
Impossible.
Might aura. There it is. Hey, YouTube. Let's drop it, all right? Next person to say stupid stuff. Anybody who does. We're just timing out and moving on. Get it together. YouTube chatters, am I right? My weapon is a sweet war club. They're just being YouTube. If you want to go be weird, go to Asmon Gold stream or something. Yo! SCBBC81.
Who is this big lot? Started with this drama. It's me, bitch.
I am overloaded.
Pretty sure his chat, you can say whatever weird things you want. It's tolerated. So.
Hello Mr. Lam. A couple of days ago YouTubers in Turkey picked top 100 best games released after 1996 and they picked Diablo 2 to the 50th-ish position. Can I get your blessing for making bad comments to them? D.
50th. Best game since 1996 and they put Diablo 2 as number 50? Yikes. Hey man. Maybe they're just a lot younger or something, you know? Who said I'm trashing Asmongold? I just said I'm pretty sure you can say whatever you want in his chat.
Stay a while and listen.
1 to pally skills. 41 life. 9 to min damage. It's pretty nice, but... big defense. That's right. I have a couple extra nice rings. I forgot. $422,000. I like it. What did they put for the top 10 games?
Impossible.
So I gotta know. Because if you put something like Fortnite in there, you know. I mean, it's hard, right? Like, do you go on just popularity of what exists now? Do you go on the stuff that built the foundation of everything? That's always the difficult thing.
Impossible.
Okay, one more point to natural resist. Gets us up to 40% all res, which is pretty sweet.
I can't.
Because, like, you know, I feel like the best game of all time, you probably have to say Minecraft. Just in terms of popularity, in terms of length on market, in terms of how well it's, you know, held up across so many things. Isn't it like the #1 most downloaded game ever? It's super moddable. I'm not even a big fan of Minecraft. Ooh, Saigon's belt. Like, I mean, I am, but like, I haven't really played much Minecraft at all. I couldn't tell you much about it whatsoever. But, you know, again, just looking at it from a worldly perspective, it's undeniably had such a high standing for so long.
I can't.
Ooh, close. This is nasty right here. I also need to find a waypoint. We also got Saigon's bell, which is cool.
Good morning.
Hello.
There's tons of new people joining Minecraft all the time. Yeah, it just... Again, I don't even, like, super care about Minecraft. I can't tell you the last time I played Minecraft. Or I've probably played 10 hours of Minecraft in my life. At most. So it doesn't really, like, crazy appeal to me. But it's hard to deny what it's done. That's all I can say. This is some tough stuff right here, man. Multi-boss groups, a champion group. High damage. Conviction aura there. Really trying to stay on the outskirts so I can kind of pick guys off more one by one. So it's not my personal #1, but I do think it has to be there. Out of necessity. I don't know. What do you guys think is the #1 game of all time? Taking all the factors into account. GoldenEye, Elden Ring. I don't know about those two.
Impossible.
GoldenEye controls, rough. But it did have a lot of fun still. League of Legends. I don't even think that's the best MOBA. Mario. Mario's pretty solid. Mario does... I mean, Mario and Zelda definitely have a pretty strong standing, I would say. Like, for the time, everything they bring around. 46 to life. That's pretty nice. All right, let's take a look at the additional bonus. 100 defense, 130 defense. You know, it does increase our defense some. Like doubles our defense there. It does drop our res pretty badly though. So, I think it's got to go. Just not quite enough. But it does free up the idea of if we find some godly boots, we can still wear the helmet and then put on the belt, right? So, I'm just gonna leave these guys. They're a little too annoying. Gothic plate. Let's go, baby. Oh, I love how exciting every rare is. I think what's also hard to say what's the best game of all time is because there's so many, like, genre. Like, the best RTS is Brood War. Though I'm sure some people would argue it to be Age of Empires too. But I do get 50 magic fine for Saigon's belt. This is true. Command and Conquer's nice. I don't think it quite overtakes. We'll go down to P1. It's getting a little spicy. Diablo 2, the best ARPG of all time. Just did so much for the world of ARPGs as well. Counter-Strike, best FPS? I believe it.
It is good to know that the sun shines once again.
So I've gone back and played Total Annihilation again because I loved Total Annihilation as a kid. It doesn't hold up super well, sadly. I wish it did. Let's actually reset so we can kill some stuff again.
Greetings.
I think the saddest thing for the ARPG space is every year we're like another year further and further away. And it's like the quality is declining almost, you know? Like Path of Exile and Start kind of started to do some stuff, but even going further back to some of the games, you know, some of the RPGs that came out around Diablo 2, there was a lot of decent stuff. And then Torchlight was really great stuff, but it's like every year we had Grim Dawn, so we had some solid releases, but man, we've really been in a slump. Unreal Tournament days were pretty sweet, I won't lie. Torchlight was the ex-Blizz devs, yeah. We'll go down to P1 for Maggot Lair. Path of Exile, I like, but the combat really got a little out there. Path of Exile 2, I think, is still finding its footing. It's still got the most potential to me. But I have faith in it, but it needs cook time, you know? SC BBC 81 with 10 gifted subs. Holy cow.
It's me, bitch.
Wow. Thank you so much.
I can't.
That is absolutely wild. Now,
Impossible.
what is everybody's take on Last Epoch
I can't.
getting completely bought out there?
Impossible.
Is it just completely cooked now? Or does it have some chance still?
I can't.
What happened to it?
I can't.
It sold to,
I can't.
what's the name of that company? Krypton or whatever the heck. Crafton, thank you.
Greetings.
All these rejuves are just like pointlessly sitting here. Hate it because it had a great foundation. Yeah, I mean it was the, I think the like saddest part about it is that the last season it actually kind of started to finally like find a nice spot for itself and start cooking. Right? Like, it really started to cement itself, especially because the other things kind of fell out. Like, Diablo 4, everybody was like, ugh. And then PoE 2 came out, and people were like, it needs more time. Like, I'm not enjoying it enough. And then Last Epoch came in with their latest season, and everybody was like, let's go. Like, this is actually great. There's a glimmer of hope here for the scene. They're doing great. And then they're like, time to sell. Which, like, hey, you know, they got to make their bank, I guess. Llama RPG would never sell out, but it's hard to be Llama RPG, I guess, right? Keep going, battle orders.
One could get lost in here.
I liked Titan Quest. It wasn't my favorite of the ARPGs I played. Like, I preferred playing Dungeon Siege, possibly even Grim Dawn, which obviously came off of Titan Quest in a way. I thought the maps were like a little bit big.
Yes.
But I did enjoy the slow pacing still of the game.
One could get lost in here.
Like, I still thought it was great.
I can't.
Nah, man, if you get offered a bag for Llama RPG, you should take it. Just be honest about it. I got kids. I mean, the thing is, I feel like if Llama RPG is getting offered a bag, then it's doing well enough that I'm fine. You know? Like, that's kind of my thought.
Good day.
One could get lost in here. Like, I don't need 20 million. The girl's like, yes, we do. You know.
Impossible.
I feel like the max one could ever really need in life is like, and obviously like with inflation it'll go up to, it's like 5-6 million. Oh my god, we always fourth way, stupidest game. Even on classic.
Your presence honors me.
And then you're kind of like set. Like, what else can you do with more? There's nothing. That's it.
One could get lost in here.
Like 5-6 million. Buy $1 million house if you want. Invest the other.
Impossible.
Live off of 200,000 a year. You're great.
Impossible.
It's everything you need in life.
Oh, I hate staining my hands with the blood of foul sorcerers.
So, you know, if someone comes and they're like, we'll offer you 100 million for Llama RPG, I'm like, I don't need 100 million. That means the game is probably making 5 million. We're great. Leave me be. Ancient X. 2 to max.
Impossible.
Lost Ark was fun when it came out. Isn't Lost Ark
I
like
can't.
microtransaction city though? Pay to win.
I can't. Impossible.
You'd be the first person in history to turn down 100 million. Just like there's no reason for it.
I can't. I can't. I can't. I
Too
can't.
much.
Impossible.
That's really tough to lose this belt because it's so much cold and light res and the strength. But the Saigons is 50% magic find on the boots.
It is an honor to serve you.
And getting some magic find rolling does seem nice, you know.
Welcome to my shop.
Hello.
All right, let's go for Duriel. Remember, you can always drink thawing potions to increase your cold res for a duration. 30 seconds per potion. Well, if it was a ridiculous amount of money where you could forever fund future projects. I mean, I feel like even if I wanted to forever fund future projects, I could do that with like 10, 15 million, you know? Nothing good to drop, sadly.
Hello. I have failed. Diablo has freed.
How's my game going? Llama RPG is going along nicely. I mean, there's the good and the bad. We got Millabregas. The good is there's a lot of really nice parts to it that I'm loving, and it's been really nice to see. The bad is the core loop is a little bit annoyingly slow right now in coming along. So, like, there's still too many combat bugs and things like that that I want to, you know, get improved here. Let's go ahead and try and gamble some more gloves. I really want that, you know, stuff ironed out here soon, so then we can really get to the next stage. I do think I'd prefer Hand of the Brock over Blood Fist right now, so... Hey! Alright, there we go. So, now we get that same Mana Steel, but we get some bonus AR. Little bit of light res, some poison res. These gloves definitely look better than they are, but they're still not bad, and they still are an upgrade. I'm going to keep going after, seeing if we can hit another pair, though. Ooh. Yeah, these might just be better overall. 3 life and Mana Steel. Better res. I do lose the bonus AR, but I think the dex actually ends up being more anyways. Yeah.
Greeting.
Nice. Dual leech gloves. Love to see it. Love to see it. I think Llama RPG has too many visual assets. You should strive for original artwork.
What a strange little statue.
I don't understand what you mean because a lot of it, we do have original artwork as well. Like the base assets come from a pack that I bought that I liked a lot, but beyond that, like all of the monsters are original, all of the
I can't.
you know, I'm just gonna drink some potions here. I'm just gonna chug all. We're just gonna go into a full rejuve set. All of the backgrounds are gonna be original art, etc. Why only gamble leather gloves? So I thought if I'm going to hit a unique glove, I kind of like Hand of the Brock. So that's why I'm gambling there. Kind of just hoping to hit on that one. Yeah, has the dual leech. Nice to gamble for. So we kind of got a Hand of the Brock, but even better. Doesn't have the added mana, but you know, this is a little bit better with 8 decks and stuff on it. So
Impossible.
the only thing you don't like about my game is the turn-based combat. I mean, it's fair. I don't think the turn-based combat is, you know, for everybody. I almost regret a little bit of it because I thought turn-based combat would be easier, but I made such a complicated turn-based combat system that it's actually taken way more time than if I just made the game an ARPG instead. So, you know, that's kind of annoying.
Impossible.
But that being said, I am a believer still in the combat system. I think it's a really unique combat system, and that does have me very excited for it.
I can't. Impossible.
So we just need it to like function more often. I have not played Expedition 33, but I probably should based on how everybody loves it.
Impossible.
But I'm really enjoying the even small piece that I've talked about. Would I sell to Tencent for 10 million? Tencent I would actually consider, because Tencent is one of those companies that really seems to stay hand-off in their acquisitions and allows you to kind of continue doing your own thing. So I actually think in terms of that, they're one of the better like companies that do acquire.
Impossible.
Why don't I switch to a D2 like combat? Well, because so much of the game really is built around this non-D2 like combat. The game is built for turn-based combat, and it's a very different style. But yeah, I mean, the main piece, you know, like I say, I'm really loving the balance of the different values that I've added in. So you have stamina, and using spells and using actions will cost you stamina. And so there's a big balance of not always just blowing off with your biggest things, right? Which is something I feel like in many turn-based games, a lot of times you can end up doing. Right? Like, oh yeah, I'm just going, geez, 140 strength. I'm just gonna have the biggest, you know, this attack does the most damage, and so it's always better, sort of thing, because of that. In LOM RPG, we don't have that. Because, okay, I could hit you for 5 fire damage, or I could hit you for 8 fire damage, but to hit you for 8 fire damage is going to cost more stamina. I'm going to burn my stamina down more, so maybe there's some consideration of not doing so.
I can't.
Again with the stone skins. Or taking rounds to kind of play more defensively. Let your opponent burn their stamina out and then get aggro on them, you know?
Impossible. I can't.
Let's go to players 3. So I'm really hoping to build a great balance into the game that focuses on that very specifically.
I can't.
LOM RPG is random battles. Yes, but you can increase or decrease how often you encounter to help mitigate that. And also, that also will be factored on your level versus the area level. So if you're in a high level area, you're not going to have very much influence over the consistency of your battles. If you're in a low level area, you'll be able to pretty much fully determine it. Really nice defense. 483 defense. Wow. That almost could be worth it just for that. Like, good lord. Kind of lacking in all the other ways, but...
Greetings.
It's neither tall grass nor...
I can't.
like, trainer battles. I mean, there will be like that as well, but... it is just... anywhere out in the world you can kind of get jumped, essentially.
I can't.
So just as you take steps in the world. I'm currently sometimes on the edge of town until that gets fixed. Yes. What makes Classic Barb amazing? Every single frame I hit. Hello.
Impossible. Impossible.
Good knocking, thank you. Best part of the day. Thank you so much, sweetie.
Little black dot right there that is bean for Mark, right? So
Great.
donate that bean.
Thanks.
You should put it there on the way up.
No. You want apple?
That's worrisome.
What do you want? You want pizza? I don't know what you want.
Is this mold growing here?
Yeah, probably. Let's trash it.
Not concern you how the mold got in there?
Yeah. Mold just exists all over. Nobody knows.
When you're ready to capture it, you can definitely do so.
Babe, she just turned off the...
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
I'm so
I just turned it back on.
No, I mean like it didn't even disconnect.
Okay. I mean, it shut everything down, but...
So it shows you it's an hour and a half.
Okay. We good? Sorry, baby. Lilith pushed the power button. Okay, let's continue.
Yes?
Why am I in Act 2? Thankfully,
I can't.
I was able to push cancel
I can't.
because OBS was still running.
Impossible.
So, we good. Able to cancel it and fire it back up before the stream fully crashed. That is nice. So welcome back, everybody. Sorry for the short break. The objective today is beat hell. And then, honestly, maybe continue further with it? I'm not gonna lie, I'm like really digging this classic playthrough. we're on players 3 right now. Like, I haven't...
Impossible.
been this excited about a rare chaos armor in a long time, you know? And that's a cool feeling. So, I was digging it.
I can't. Impossible. Impossible.
We're P3 right now.
Impossible.
And yeah, degenerate gear gambling is nice too.
I can't.
Are there no rune words? There are no runes.
I can't. I can't carry you.
All right, we got a white martel. We got an imbue target.
I can't.
We got an imbue target, boys and girls.
I can't.
This is like patch 1 of the game. Not exactly. It has a lot of changes from patch 1.0, but it's just before the expansion. So minus all those crazy things the expansion added. And still some of them are here, but it's its own thing. That's just kind of supposed to be reminiscent of the old school stuff. Hi, dedicated.
Good day.
How are you? Thank you for 3 months. Mwah. Really appreciate that support.
Good day.
We'll grab our life. Hey! Thank you, SCBBC, for the 5. Mwah.
Thank
Moo.
Alright, so let's take a look. 93% chance Soul Killer hits me. 77% chance Soul Killer hits me. Wait, why is it 88? Oh, I don't have enough strength without that. Okay. I was like, what? 93 to 77 is a pretty good difference. Krator, thank you. Like, yes, I lose some life in fire res, which sucks. But that is such a big armor. I'm just going to keep it. It's too big. We're going for it. Thanks, Dedicated. Mwah, gets us you, Crater. All right, here we go. %7 mana steal. Nice. So that frees up our gloves if we wanted, though we did just get some sweet gloves. Yeah, I wish the ED was higher, though. That's the really sad thing. But it's still pretty nice. I think it's slightly better. No, you can't steal from the Skellies.
If you know, you know.
No!
It's not a grilled cheese
Hold on.
without a slice of melty goodness.
Volume
Craft
mixer.
singles. Every single.
In every era.
Okay. One of the browser scenes does that. I don't know which one. Need to go through and figure that out. That's why I'm always eating grilled cheese. Uh-huh. Yeah, man. You're doing a 1.0 necro? Rough.
Impossible.
Blood Golem was really good. Until then, though. Iron Maiden plus Blood Golem. Yeah. Little disgusting.
Impossible.
Project Diablo uses graphics? Ain't never happened. They've already said so. Yeah, leap attack was the way to get around Iron Maiden because it counted as a ranged attack. So so that's how you would get through the chaos. And it always hit in 1.0. So it was just like so good.
How may I help you?
Well, there's no cruel mod, unfortunately, here, but Masters? Roll me Masters for Big ED.
Impossible.
Rare War Belt. See it. We get another nice ring. I am sad that I'd lose 101 attack rating swapping off of this weapon.
This holy blade does not belong in the hands of the Zarkaroon.
It's a big loss. Now we've talked about it before. We'll talk about it again.
I need a key.
Players 8, lower Kuras. What more can you ask for, man? Truly fantastic. SCBBC with the 690. Thank you very much. Did that not make a noise? Did my like audio break when... Why did my audio break? Let me check Crater sub. Oh. Is that what's happening?
Impossible. I can't.
Huh.
I can't.
Well, thank you, Crater, for the sub, and thank you, SBBC, for the 690.
Moo.
McDubs, thank you for the subs. Huh. That's very kind. So yeah, just grab waypoint, grab a few sets of keys. Baby, you got yourself a stew. You can roll around here as often as you want. Try and get cool bases. Go from there. Six to min, 93 AR. 6 to min is pretty nice. That may win out for me here. Because that ends up being a good amount of damage and attack rating. We'll hold on to the other one as well. We'll go ahead additionally go here. We had a gem shrine back there, so we can use our skull on that. I've watched you play jungle and navigation so many times I still can't figure it out. It is the hardest thing to figure out of all of them. Of all the maps that actually have ways, unlike Arcane. Understanding the jungles and how to navigate there is the most difficult one to grasp. By far. Okay, with the physical immunes, we will go forward. Again, if you had a point in Berserk, you could stop and smack them one dude at a time. But without that. The concept is easy, but in practice, it's hell. Yeah, it's just... In practice, I mean, the concept's not even that easy. But in practice, it's really difficult to figure out what tile you're on. What tiles are ahead of you. I mean, Endurance of Hate level 3 is also pretty tough, but that's kind of guessing. Oh, not quite as good. We've had some decent belt drops, though, for sure. Always enjoy killing the 2-for-1 unique. Yeah, it's really nice, the shamans, once you get a little later on, because you get a 2-for-1, you get all the extra items, and then he gets double, so 4 items there. Ah, that was supposed to be strength. I'm so dumb. Watching this makes you want to play some classic. Do it, man. It's really nice. Alright, perfect skull. Then you cork. True, I have. Oh, I didn't get it this time. You cannot play Druid Assassin in Classic. This is correct. But yeah, I mean, look, there's a rare rune bow. Right, like, this is just a really, honestly, fun way to kind of farm a little bit. Run around the LK and just popping stuff and getting whatever you can. You can also use this as kind of a gold find time as well. So, hey, a superior ancient armor dropped. That's worth a lot of money. We'll pick that up.
I can't.
35k, that's right. Superior mage plate. We'll pick that up. Now I can go gamble a couple more armors. Bone wand, potentially decent money if it's got skills on it. Chaos armor. Some money for that. Not a ton there. Field plate, U-wand. Definitely some money in there. You can come back. Sell, 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 sell. It's 142,000 plus the field plate, the U-wand, the breastplate, belt. Sure. So 176,000 gold pretty easily. And again, this allows me then to go and gamble a little bit if I want, right? So you can do that. You can pick up some nice pieces. And then additionally, you can also find some sweet rares out there as well. Yeah, like I say, this is... I could probably spend a good couple of hours here. very easily.
I need a key.
Having keys is also, like I said, very smart to bring here. And actually unlock. Ooh, we got an ancient axe there. Ooh, that's actually... If we could get a consistent ancient axe, that'd be pretty sweet. 5 sockets.
Hello.
Could do some really fun things with a 5-socketed ancient axe. Unfortunately, you know, yeah, 5 p.m. rolls if we wanted. Just not quite enough, but no, jewels don't drop, runes don't drop, so really you are putting like, yeah, perfect emeralds or whatever in there. Anyways, do as much or as little as you want with it. Have your fun. Five topaz does not give magic find, that gives lightning damage in a weapon. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. Whirlwind is not faster cast rate or IAS in Classic. It's IAS normally, but here it's just neither. You should be able to find 4-socket armors if I'm not mistaken, so long as any of the bases... Yeah, you should be able to. Can you not? Oh, wait, no, sorry. Armors don't get sockets. Duh.
Moo.
If armors got sockets, you would be able to. But chest armors can't get sockets. Snowman, thank you very much. Could use a merc for the extra stash. Mercenaries can't wear items. Or travel between acts. Or just exist as like the same mercenary either. So. Yeah, classic is, you know, old school. Try and kill the healer here first. There we go. So much money.
Yes.
Yeah, go play classic and just like enjoy the wildness of it. That's all I can say. Now in the lower, or in the Karas Bazaar, we are going to look right here for Serena. That mana burn is annoying. Because of it, I might just continue outside. A little bit too annoying for me. Mercenaries were useless back then? Yes. 100%. Completely worthless.
I can't.
We'll go ahead and drop to players 1 here. Should I be on the lookout for a blue lance? I mean, I'm kind of running big maul right now. But yeah, I mean, lances are also pretty sweet, though they break really, really fast. It's so tough because it is a little bit more damage, but I do dislike the lack of AR. That AR drop. And I kind of like the lifesteal more because the mana steal we're like fine just having a little bit on our gloves. However, if I got more elsewhere. Tough to say. Tough to say. Masters Paladin. Yeah, the War Club is like the 6% lifesteal 101 attack rating on that is just a little nicer sometimes it feels here. Yeah, no. Classic where choices matter, yeah. I mean, choices also matter in LRG and G2R and everything, but Classic really has more. Phase Blades do not exist. No elite items exist in the game.
It is an honor to serve you.
So, if it's an elite item, it ain't here. Okay, more strength. Even though it may not be the best there, strength is still going to add some damage for us, which is nice, and also gives us almost the ability, one more level, to shift into full Saigons if I want and try and run like a really higher defensive build, which could be nice. Though again, my res could use a little help.
I can't.
Maybe we put another point or two into resistances there. We shall see.
I can't.
Oops. We also have super chests, of course, down here. So we can go pop all these chests and see if we can find something nice. Unfortunate. Sure. Funny how getting chilled is a buff. A little bit.
Hello.
Darn, those are kind of nice. Okay, well, either way, let's take these guys out. Boy. I mean, the dual Saigons is too nice, so I don't think I'm ever using that. Flawless you, I will keep. Flawless you. I don't have a diamond, but that's kind of okay. Okay, this can go. This one can also probably go. We'll hold these two. Alright, we already down here. Yeah, maybe we'll just get a bunch of skulls and we can go for a reroll on it or something. I actually used Cathan's ring, yeah. For a time there, I actually used Cathan's ring. My fire res is a little low here.
I can't.
So that's making this a little harder.
The dark powers here will no longer poison the land.
Ring, ring. Beautiful.
Good day.
Hell cows. Yeah. That's where I'd go. Okay. Let's go, baby. Oh god, dolls. Cursed dolls. Yeah, that blunderboard pack is a little rough. Maybe a little bit rough for us. I wonder if there is a classic item drop calculator on like Silo's Pen or something. Is that an option I can set? Resurrected 141312. No. Not that I see. I'm in hell, yes.
I can't. Impossible.
Because I feel like just spitballing,
I can't.
nightmare farming should be just as good as hell farming. Right? Like, what am I getting from Hell Mephisto I'm not getting from Nightmare Mephisto?
Impossible.
So you might as well just go farm Nightmare Mephisto.
I can't.
Just make it quick and easy.
Impossible.
Higher chance of exceptional items in Hell for rares. I guess so. I guess so, that's true. Alright, well. If you want to grab a waypoint here,
Impossible.
you always can. Can be nice for farm, and then you can maybe get a really sweet quick turnoff where you just like exit, and then you come right here, and then boom, you get your, you know, Mephisto right there. Looks like we didn't get the immediate, but we do have a pretty good one. Like, that's a pretty close map. Could definitely farm that a little bit if we wanted. way. Go ahead and jump across. And it is Mephisto time. Don't forget we have Battle Cry. And before we kill him, we'll go ahead and swap our magic find. Lose our armor, that's fine. Get a big MF boost. Doesn't matter, unfortunately.
Maybe now the world will have.
Doesn't matter. But you can do that over and over again.
Hail to you, champion.
If you would like.
What do you need?
And just like that, claps to you. You have beat Act 3 of Hell. One more act to go. Let's do it. I don't love only 25% fire res. I do have, I suppose... I want to say I have some fire res somewhere. I know I had that one ring, but maybe I sold it and that's just that. The mana burns are kind of rough, so I'm actually going to leave on the mana burns. They're a little too much.
Impossible. Impossible.
Act 4 is going to be some difficult mobs for us. So. Yes, first kill is a little bit better drops. That is the quest drop. Let's find Mr. Isuel. And let's try and avoid the souls. Alright, we'll use a potion. You sure? Where you at, baby?
Impossible.
It's a lot of souls. You can do the wisp trick in classic if you want, yes. I believe we did a nightmare, right? This is pretty annoying. Oh my god, there's so many souls. Whew. Well, that burned all of our stuff. All our rejuves. Okay, we got 2 souls, 3 souls, 4 souls, 5, 6, 7 souls.
I can't.
Come on. We've got 4 souls there. Might need to clear these ones out. See if we can get him. True, 1 point in find potions are really nice actually for getting a bunch of rejuves. You need 4 souls. No, now I have 52%.
Hello.
Usually they're behaving by now. It's a little strange.
What do you need?
Like, we should have it by now. There we go.
Impossible.
There it is. Alright, why is that dude being all out of sync? This has happened the last couple of times where they've been like out of sync. They're not doing it right. They're all firing off on the wrong. What's happening? We're jamming our magic find up. Scared of safe spawn? I mean, he's scary. Try and like keep a distance and slowly pick his minions off. Why aren't they hitting me? They're making letters. Their intention is not to hit me. Their intention is to make letters right now. They're making the initials of the creators. S. Oh god, it's over.
Hail to you, champion.
Whew. 15 strength, actually pretty nice. If that had another res on it, maybe. Oops.
What do you need?
Little Easter egg. Okay, now we've got a ton of magic find. Let's go forward.
Impossible. Impossible. I can't. I can't.
Nice, Mike. I don't run them, but
Impossible.
it's good anyways.
Moo.
Mortis Give with the Prime sub. Reminding everybody they may have a
I can't.
Prime sub available. Thank you so much. Travi dropped only gold items. How many times did he do the trick?
I can't.
Watching you so much just reminded I got a free sub. It's true. Twitch Prime is a free sub. 4 or 5. Huh?
Impossible.
Alright. The Magic Find will stick around for the rest of this run. Do I want to find Potion? Find Potion is nice for the rejuves, but we'll just keep going battle orders for now. Just get our life up. My natural res already has 5 points in it. So there's not a ton to be added. It's like 4 all res for the next point, which, yeah, I mean, I guess I could do like a couple more points, maybe. It's not worth a lot, but, you know, 1 point in battle orders isn't that much either. And we're also almost basically done with battle orders. Level 18.
Impossible.
That trick works online too, yeah. The terror zone needs to be what, like 92? Or whatever drops it. Something like that. 90, 90, something around there. Is it just 89? Oh, really? And, okay.
I can't.
I level 91.
I can't.
Got it. 91 terror zone.
Impossible.
Yeah, that sounds more like it. I thought it was up in the 90s.
I can't.
Terror zones make it so you don't need one from Baal Diablo anymore for that.
Impossible.
Oh no, the mana burn.
I can't.
That was annoying. Yeah, Lance is just...
Hello.
What
We're going to level to 99 on this. 99 may be a bit far, you know. Oh, I can't gamble exceptionals. I can gamble Steel Driver, though. Alright, let's take a look. Steel Driver and Bone Snap. So Bone Snap, 200 to 300 ED. Oof. 300 would be so godly. With the Crushing Blow, Cold and Fire Res. Steel Driver, the 40 IS doesn't matter. However, if you hit 250 ED, you do get more damage. And then it's very low strength, but, you know, you can use more strength anyways. So this is a higher damage from the steel driver, but the 40% chance crushing blow for the bosses is really nice.
Meant
and you
to
gain
cheer this when you
resistances.
start your Grail to Dale armor, bro. You should do the Souls trick after you beat NM or Hell and full clear terror zones.
Yeah.
Andy, Mef and cows with the boosted MF and make a video about it. That would be a good video that would get good views and it would be fun for us equals D.
Yeah, the dual res. That's so tough. Honestly, both are really good, but I guess we can go for the bone snap. $50D. One in 2,000 chance. Oof. Look at that. 6 mana steel, 157 AR. That's really nice. Yo. 18 to max, 132 AR, 40 IS. Good lord. You can't up anything. 1 to barb skills. Those are some sweet rares, man. Alright. Well, it was worth a try. It was worth a try. Next mall is Bone Snap? Probably. What's she gonna do? Are rares more sought after in Classic? Let's get our res up. Rares are kind of the like best in slot in a lot of cases. There are also just like nice uniques. But they're not anything, like everything is just, this is kind of the funny thing, you know, many sets, many of the items are kind of balanced well in a weird way, in that nothing is like amazingly good, and thus a lot of things are really good. The problem is once they introduced like elite uniques and rune words and all this stuff, is those just became so much better than everything that existed at start. And that's why so many rares and sets are just kind of completely worthless. Because, yeah, Iratha's used to be good. But now everything else has grown and Iratha stayed the same, right? So the power creep really made a lot of, you know, Ice Blink used to be good. There's so many items that actually used to be good. And now are completely worthless because the power crept up and those items did not get any of the power creep. Oh no, he's immune to physical. That's unlucky. And it's Act 4, so I can't even get a mercenary. So this is where having 1 point Berserk would be useful. I'm just gonna kill these guys for experience. And then I guess probably just reset. Don't really have any way to deal with them. Unfortunate. Yeah, rip MF boost. You cannot drag him out of the Chaos Sanctuary. No, that does not work. Guess it's time to put a single point into Berserk, huh?
Impossible.
About that time.
Hail to you,
Should be able to use potions while whirlwinding and leap attacking. It'd be nice, huh? It would be nice. The Decrepify plus the cold. Alright.
Impossible.
Go ahead and clear this out. We're level 68. But we're almost going to get that 69. Some poison damage. Could use that for maybe dealing with it. Oh, yeah, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Mostly just the best of times, though. I guess the worst times were when you just kept getting your account hacked and stuff. Someone stealing your password. There's no weapon swap, no. You found a 191 AD ancient axe. Oh, jealous. That's gorgeous. Okay, it's gold enchanted. This is hell right now. What gems are most valuable in Classic and why? Perfect Skulls. Because you can, 1, use them for leech, 2, use them for re-rolling rares, 3, use them for punching a socket in a rare with an SOJ as well. Dang, that's a nice bow. 80% ED. Let's go, baby. Skulls literally were the currency. Like,
What do you
that was it.
What do you need?
You traded perfect skulls for stuff. then SOJs as well. Especially once SOJs became mass duped. So skulls were more like your general currency, and then SOJs were your like higher level currency for the better stuff. Alright, I will put a single point into Berserk. Just in case we run into a physical immune we need to kill. And we'll keep going strength.
Impossible.
Are there barb builds with shields? Sure, but the two-handed Whirlwind is a classic in classic. Whoa, that was weird. Huh. That was actually really strange. I guess I got mana burned.
Impossible.
And, then I went into normal swinging mode. I really did not expect to die there. My buffs wore off at the same time, maybe. There's a lot of unfortunate things that happened at the same time. I was kind of chilling, looking away.
I can't.
Did not think I would die.
I can't.
There's no mobs here. Crazy.
Not even death can save you from me.
All right. Go MF. Swap.
Eternal suffering would be too
Again.
great for you.
And that, my friends, is the Hell Classic Barbarian guided playthrough. GG.
Hail to you, champion.
Nice and easy. Now the game will end. It does kick you out, so we'll save quick, come back in, and we'll review. So, how did we end up? We ended up at level 69 with 154 strength, 50 to dex, or 50 right there. Just a little bit. Basically to use some gear, and then a little extra for some damage, and maybe to use a martell in the future. And the rest in vitality. First skills, max mace mastery, 1 across, 3 points in natural res. Again, you could probably put like 5-6 points into that. Whirlwind. Just maxing Whirlwind. There's no synergies to it as well, so we just can't go there. I did put 1 point Berserk, again, just to get some magic damage. And then Battle Orters. Just for, you know, improving our life. Nice and simple. 1 point battle command. Once Battle Orders is maxed, I guess I could start going into like find item. I could do more Battle Cry if I wanted. Those are probably the two I'd really look at here.
Stay a while and listen.
Gear wise, we ended up still just with this club. We also have this martell that we found. However, it's 169 strength to use. It is a little bit more damage, but not that great. I do lose the attack rating and the life steal. I do gain nice mana steal, though. You know, it's okay. Dual Saigon still. Just big life and life leech, or attack rating and life leech is great. 1 to barb skills still, same on that. I did replace my armor. This is a 483 defense armor. The other one was like 150. And defense actually kind of matters for Whirlwind because you don't lose your defense when you're whirlwinding. You still don't. It's still 0 when you run. But as you whirlwind through stuff, you still are getting hit. So having a high defense can actually help. We found some dual leech gloves right here, so those are kind of fun. Still this same ring, 95 AR, dual res. Still this same belt, though the triple Saigons is pretty nice for the 50% magic find. Same ring right there. Again, kind of have these like multiple rings I can swap in for it if I want. That one just gives them more light res. And then Saigons. And that's that. That is the Hell Barbarian. So I think I'm going to continue playing him and enjoying and maybe magic finding a little bit with him. But we can, for now, say GG YouTube. This has honestly been a fantastic playthrough. Just so much fun. Absolutely so much fun. And I would highly recommend everybody give at least one try through Classic. Enjoy the Whirlwind. Enjoy like the differences. Enjoy the rares. All of that. Yeah. So that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe.